Oh my God!
While hiking through Kings Canyon National Park, a YouTuber known as Norwegian Explorer ended up in a tense and dangerous standoff with a bear. When he arrived, he saw the animal watching a nearby couple as they packed up their campsite, likely drawn by the smell of food.
Go away, bear. Go away. Go away. Go away.
For several uneasy minutes, the bear stayed in the area before suddenly bluff charging to scare him off. Instead of backing away, he held his ground, even as the bear continued pacing and sniffing, clearly motivated by hunger.
Go away. The other way. Go away. Go. 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 Turn around. Turn around.
After a second bluff charge, both the YouTuber and one of the campers began shouting loudly to intimidate the animal. This finally worked, and the bear turned and ran back into the woods, leaving behind what could have been an easy meal.
Oh, he's coming. Ah! 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 Ah!
The bear's repeated bluff charges suggest it was food-driven rather than aggressive, and standing firm may have increased the danger. Still, his reaction helped protect the nearby campers. What would you have done in the same situation? Step in and take the risk, or keep your distance and stay safe. While preparing to spend the night on a mountaintop in Swedish Lapland, YouTuber Vahid Kolsberg and his husky found themselves in a frightening encounter with a young, curious bear. Vahid was taking in the view when Riley, his dog, suddenly reacted to movement in the tree line far below. Acting fast, he clipped Riley to a leash to keep her from chasing whatever was out there. After looking more closely, he confirmed that the shape moving through the brush was indeed a bear and tried to record it with his camera.
There were some birds in distress over there. I just saw an animal move.
Moments later, the animal reappeared, this time heading directly toward the mountain where Vahid and Riley were camped.
It's coming here.
He repeatedly shouted to make himself known, but instead of retreating, the bear seemed even more curious and began hurrying toward the sound until it reached the foot of the slope.
It's coming here.
Hey! Hey! Gå bort härifrån! Don't come here. Nej, nej! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Nej, nej, nej!
With no weapons and nowhere to run, Vahid resorted to self-defense, hurling large rocks downhill in hopes of scaring the animal off. None of them made contact, but the noise was enough to break the bear's interest.
Nej, 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 nej! Gå bort! Gå bort! Kom inte hit! Gå bort härifrån!
And it eventually turned back into the forest. Vahid and Riley walked away unharmed, but the close call raises the question. In a moment like this, would you stand your ground to protect your dog, or grab your gear and run while you still had the chance? A hunter was kicking off his season, hoping to take a bull elk with his bow. After using a call to mimic elk sounds, he finally spotted one moving between the trees. He released his shot, and the elk reacted immediately.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I got it all! Oh my god! Oh, Ty! You pinwheeled him. Oh! I cannot believe what just happened to us. Oh my god. Oh! Can I get some knuckles? Not only you, I've got the biggest load in my freaking shorts right now.
But instead of fleeing as most wounded animals do, it bolted straight toward him and his friend, charging with full force. The massive bull missed them by only inches as it thundered past and vanished back into the forest. The surge of adrenaline left both men visibly shaken, a stark reminder that wild animals don't always react the way you expect, and even a well-planned hunt can turn dangerous in an instant. A hunter trekking through the snowy Oregon woods suddenly came face to face with a black bear and her cubs. Knowing how dangerous a mother bear can be, he froze, but she charged without hesitation.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey! 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 I'm gonna shoot you! Hey! Knock it off!
He yelled loudly, rifle ready but hoping not to fire. She stopped just a few feet away, breathing heavily and staring him down before finally turning and guiding her cubs back into the trees. The encounter ended safely, but it was a stark reminder of how quickly things in the wild can shift from calm to life-threatening. Roderick and his friend were out turkey hunting, doing what they'd done many times before. The woods were quiet as they sat camouflaged among the trees, until a sudden gunshot broke the silence. Roderick felt a sharp impact and realized he'd been hit. Another hunter, unable to identify his target, had mistaken Roderick's camo for a turkey and fired. The shot struck his leg instead of a vital area, and he eventually recovered, but the close call was sobering. One careless mistake had nearly cost him his life. Thomas and his dad had spent nearly 10 days deep in the Alaskan backcountry, hiking, camping, and hunting moose in rugged terrain. Most of the trip had been calm, but Alaska doesn't stay predictable for long. Moving through tall grass with rifles ready, they stayed alert, knowing bears can appear without warning. Then the brush suddenly erupted.
Here he comes. Bear. Shoot him again. Son of a bitch. Holy shit. Good thing you had me ready, young man.
Yeah, well,
He's dead.
he's still alive.
Oh, the first one I drilled him right in the center of the chest.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, damn.
How'd you like your bow for that one?
Yeah, that would not have been cool. Nice shooting.
Well, you gotta have your shit together. Pardon my language.
That is a prime example of why when you pick a hunting partner, especially in Alaska, you pick someone who is very competent, both behind the rifle and calm. Because if you get somebody in a panic with something like that, especially like we only got one bear gun with us.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring my 223.
Well, and you notice way in, we're talking about being ready for that scenario, right? So coming on a kill in this tall grass, you had to be ready for that scenario. So the scope was already dialed down to 3. There's already one up the pipe. We're ready for this kind of a problem, right? And you hope not to have these kind of problems, but inevitably you do.
Well, and the other thing I could say is you ought to have 2 rifles, because there's stories of this happening, guides and clients, and one gun goes click and doesn't go off for whatever reason. And in that situation, we'd have been in trouble.
A bear charged straight at them at full speed, giving them only seconds to react. Instinct took over. They fired to stop it before it reached them. The bear collapsed just a few feet away, leaving both men shaken by how close the encounter had come. In the wilderness, the shift from quiet hunting to life-or-death survival can happen in an instant. Rasmus was out hunting when he picked up the trail of an injured boar, expecting nothing more than a simple track and recover. But the situation shifted fast. His dog suddenly erupted in frantic barking. The boar was close. Rasmus and his hunting partner stayed back with their weapons ready, watching the brush shake as the tension rose sharply.
Because vi la det tror jag på benen. Helvete Gry. Ja. Grisjäveln kommer för fan. Jävlar. Ja, jag vet. Vänta. Vänta lite, vad jag gissar.
Then, without warning, the boar burst out of the bushes and charged straight at them. Rasmus was struck and knocked off balance, injured but able to retreat with his partner. They got away shaken but alive, left with a harsh reminder of how quickly a hunt can become life-threatening. A hunter was moving through the woods with his dogs on a routine outing when a bear suddenly charged out of nowhere. He lifted his gun but froze the moment he saw 3 cubs following close behind her. Rather than fire, he held his ground. The bear pulled back.
Петрович, медведь с 3 пистунами. Стрелять не стал, отхожу.
Then rushed forward again before something caused her to turn away instead of making contact. She gathered her cubs and retreated into the trees. Even without an attack, a full-speed charge from a bear that size is enough to shake anyone, armed or not. During a guided tour in Glacier National Park, a group of tourists ended up far too close to a massive grizzly bear that was simply passing through. After spotting it, a few people stepped forward, hoping to snap better photos of the impressive, yet extremely dangerous, animal.
That's a big one.
Without warning, the bear began moving quickly toward them. Terrified, the tourists scrambled back to the main group to get out of its path.
Yeah, he just wants to get through.
Thankfully, a park ranger was present and immediately stepped in, shouting to push the bear away while telling the crowd to give it space so it wouldn't feel threatened.
He's going that way.
Yeah, go get away from it. Let it have its space so it doesn't charge you. You don't want it to feel intimidated. Hey, get out of here! Guys, you want to help me make noise?
Yeah, go, 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 go.
Despite being surrounded by what could have been an easy meal, The bear showed little interest in the people and continued on its way. The group was incredibly lucky the animal wasn't hungry or provoked. Otherwise, the outcome could have been far worse. A hunter was sitting quietly in his tree stand, hidden among the branches and waiting for any sign of movement, when the calm suddenly broke. Gunshots rang out, close, far too close. Bark exploded off the trees around him as bullets struck nearby. Someone in the woods was firing a handgun straight in his direction. With no other option, he shouted to let them know he was there. When the shots didn't immediately stop, he climbed down and ran, refusing to take a chance on a fatal mistake.
Hey! Don't shoot this way!
Later, he confronted the shooters and the situation ended without violence. But in that moment, alone in the stand with rounds slicing through the air, he knew how easily a single careless shot could have meant he'd never leave those woods alive. In November 2020, Jake, a hunting content creator, traveled with his partner to a remote stretch of public land in northern Michigan, miles from the nearest town. What began as a quiet hunt quickly turned tense when, after taking a shot, Jake realized other armed hunters were nearby in an area with no cell service and help hours away.
So for a little more context here, I'm sitting about 120 yards from the property line, facing away from it. And as soon as I shoot, I hear some loud talking and the door slam on what sounds like a permanent blind, which from looking at my map after the fact, it seems like they actually have their blind on public land. But I hear people start to walk my direction, so I move towards them because I don't know where I hit the deer or if I hit the deer, and I don't want to spook it if it's still alive. And my microphone was acting up, but I captured most of the conversation.
I didn't know you guys were sitting there. I've been in here for a couple hours.
Yeah?
I didn't know you were sitting there.
What'd you shoot?
A doe. I don't know if she's dead or not, so if we could try not to talk too loud.
You know where the private property is?
Yeah, I know where the line is. It's right over here.
Probably know right where my bait is too.
I've never been in here in my life, sir.
Yeah, whatever.
I might as well check my traps since I'm back here.
I've never hunted here before.
Camera right next to my trap.
As he attempted to track the deer, the situation grew increasingly uncomfortable, with the strangers questioning his presence, watching his movements, and asserting control over land that was legally public. Feeling exposed and unsafe, Jake chose to leave the area and return with his group, rather than remain alone in the dark.
Yeah? I had a trap right there. You're lucky you didn't sit in it.
What kind of trap?
Foothold for a coyote, bobcat.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah?
Where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Figures.
Arizona.
Are you back here rattling your horn still?
I had no idea you guys were sitting there. I had bait. I came in from that way and I sat down on this hill because it was too calm to keep moving and scout around anywhere else. So I just sat down. I'm not trying to mess your hunt up, I swear. I just came up here to try to get some venison.
Well, we're done for tonight, I guess, eh?
Yep. Sat all day. I haven't moved.
Does nobody ever come in here and hunt on the public, or?
Not normally.
What?
Where's this deer you shot?
I don't know. I shot at her over there and she ran off. Hopefully she's not running further now that we're talking here. She ran that way. Hunting on public land, I bought a license. I'm not doing anything illegal and I'm not trying to mess your hunt up. Like I said, I won't come back. I'm sorry that you sat there all day, but I do. It's right over there. I got a map on my phone that shows me right where it is.
Here last year too?
No, I've never been here before, I told you.
So I go check for blood and eventually get uncomfortable because they're just standing there watching me. So I decided to head back to the car and grab a brighter light, and the rest of the guys, since I felt pretty confident that I hit the deer, was only standing about 80 yards away, standing still. So I decided to ease out of there and come back with the rest of the group.
You can find it?
I'm gonna go back to the car and get my light and my stuff to get it out if she's dead in there.
You didn't find it. You're gonna walk all the way to the car to get your and come back in here?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the light on your head?
It's not bright enough. So I'm gonna cut it up out here and stuff. I wanna be able to see what I'm doing.
I don't think you hit it anyways, but do what you gotta do. You're lucky I'm the patient guy.
He's not hunting.
My brother, the property owner, he'd have a problem.
Well, good luck the rest of the season.
Yep, thanks.
Come here, you pedo. No. North Country, though.
The encounter ended without violence, but the aggressive behavior left a lasting impression. In places where isolation removes accountability, some believe dominance matters more than the law, and this incident raises an unsettling question. In the wilderness, is the real danger wildlife, or the people who think the land belongs to them? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.